guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nora and thank you so much for watching. Before we jump into today's video, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow your girl on Instagram because you already know we're growing the family across all platforms. Y'all, I know I keep saying this at the beginning of every video. I feel like this is how I am at the beginning of the new year. But your girl is really pumped about this video because I was looking back at some of my content from the last couple of months, and the last time I uploaded a girl talk video on my channel was September. Okay, so we are definitely going to bring the girl talk videos back more consistently. I know a lot of you really enjoy the kind of like girl talk conversations, so we are going to bring them back this year. I am super excited to jump back into these chats. If this is the first time you're kind of stumbling upon these girl talk videos here on my channel, I don't really have like an agenda. I don't really like plan or pre-plan what I'm going to say. I really try to take these videos as me sitting down with my homegirls, with my cousins or whatever, my family, my mom, my aunts, whoever it might be, and we're literally just having girl talk. I try to keep them as authentic as possible, hence why I don't do any pre-planning. And I'll usually pick like different topics. Obviously, if you want to send topics in, definitely leave comments down below. Hit me up on, like I said, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Let me know what you'd love for us to talk about. But I honestly just kind of go off of whatever I'm feeling at the moment. I like to just sit down and, like I said, chat with you all and hopefully share a little bit my thoughts, my 2 cents, what the hell I'm thinking, and continue the conversation. So hopefully y'all enjoy this video. Let's jump right in. So this video actually is kind of like a continuation spin-off, I guess you would say, from a girl talk video I did, man, it's probably been almost 2 years ago here on my channel. I'll have it linked down below. And it was a conversation around Black women in luxury, Black girls in luxury. I feel like we hear that phrase, term, mantra, whatever you want to call it, all over social media. And it was something I wanted to touch on again, but kind of in a different light and from a different stance. And I will say a lot of this kind of came to me probably over the last like 6 months. I had a lot of different things going on in my life, and if you don't know me, obviously personally, just for, maybe watching videos, I am someone who is definitely what most people will say, like the strong friend, okay? The strong friend, the one that's usually okay, doesn't really go through things, the one you don't really have to check in on too much because she's fine, she's good, whatever it might be. And baby, let me tell you, okay? I had some pretty eye-opening things and just situations towards, I'd say, like the middle to, I mean, honestly, even up till now, that definitely made me realize, for one, it's okay to not always be super strong. And even the strong friend, needs help, needs to get checked up on, all that other great stuff. And I was kind of thinking about the kind of whole phrase, the strong Black woman. And again, I'm gonna speak specifically to that phrase, strong Black woman, because obviously I'm a Black woman. That's really all I can speak from. So definitely not trying to exclude anyone else. But again, I can only speak from my own personal experience. And also, please do not take this as like Norah being the spokesperson for all Black women in the entire world. Please, I hate that. Again, I'm just kind of taking it from my experience. Long story long. So thinking about strong Black women and just everything that entails, I have to say I am going into 2023, and honestly, as best as I can, my life moving forward, deading that, okay? The strong Black woman is going to rest, okay? We are putting the strong Black woman to bed for a little while. Don't get me wrong, she's always gonna be there. She's always a part of me. She's definitely who we are as Black women, but we are giving her a rest. Now, if you definitely keep up on social media, we have all those different soft girl, again, Black woman in luxury, soft girl lifestyle, blah, 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 all that great stuff. Hey, if it works for you to put a name on this type of energy and lifestyle, great. For me, I don't need a title to it. I'll joke around here and there, but I don't need a title because it's genuinely just kind of how I move and operate in life. But I think a lot of times everyone just looks at these kind of trends, if you will, and kind of look at them so negatively. But I actually am really excited and happy for all my Black women out there that are tapping into their soft life and whatever, again, that looks like for you. So if that's you know, waking up in the morning and taking space and doing like a slower morning routine. So not checking your phone, listening to music, worship, whatever it is, enjoying your coffee, whatever that looks like for you, which again is why I kind of mentioned my Black Woman in Luxury video. If you've seen that, that's a big thing that I say. That is a luxury to be able to do that. And if it helps for you to slap a label onto it, again, calling it soft girl, clean girl, whatever it is, great. But I'm happy to see Black women being able to put their armor down for a little bit, okay? I am excited to see Black women not always having to be like on the defense, not always having to be prepared again to go to war. Now, like I said, don't get me wrong. You tap, you tap, you tap, you poke the bear enough, the bear gonna bite back, okay? I always tell people, you give me bitch, I'm gonna give you bitch back. But I definitely think it is something that as Black women, we really need to kind of take a step back, breathe, and realize like it is exhausting always having to show up not only for yourself but for everyone else, always being the hero. And I'm excited to see the strong Black woman take a rest for a little bit. I saw an article a couple days ago actually on Instagram, and if I can find it, I'll link it down below as well. And not to misquote anything, again, I'll have it linked, but it was essentially talking about you know, depression and anxiety and how it tends to show up in Black women. And something that I thought was very interesting was that through a lot of studies, it tends to show up in irritability and kind of being a little bit more combative and aggressive. And, you know, oftentimes we hear those phrases, okay, angry Black woman. The moment that you know, kind of talk back and defend yourself, it's like, oh, okay, look at her tapping into all these stereotypes. And I definitely have moments where I can sit there and be like, damn, that person did not deserve that response. And I don't want to give off the impression that I am the angry Black woman, but I think it goes back to always feeling like, you know, I gotta step forward, I gotta defend myself, I have to be present for myself, because we see in the world, it is very evident, the Black woman is the least protected, least defended, but we are the strongest beings on earth, period, point blank, argue with your mama. Literally, you know, we are the strongest beings on earth. So I'm not surprised that, you know, obviously time and after time after time after time, when you're getting kind of like beat down, and not being provided an outlet to share that it shows up that way in us. I'm not surprised that studies show that depression and anxiety show up in Black women that way. Again, obviously this is not a blanket statement. It was just some studies that they did there, but it was very eye-opening for me and definitely a reflective moment that I could kind of sit there and say, okay, Norah, have you had moments like that? I am definitely someone who deals with anxiety, definitely like a high functioning, anxious person, and you know, kind of noticing how do I express that? And I definitely would say for me, irritability was a huge one. I would get real snapping back on people for certain things that I didn't need to. At work, very short-tempered, granted, sometimes warranted, but you know, I was starting to reflect and realize that, this is very evident in me as well. So when I started implementing, you know, kind of towards the end of last year and definitely going to continue this year, you know, more of those soft girl mantras, the slower mornings, taking space for myself, tapping into those luxuries and whatever that looks like for me, I saw a difference. For sure. Now, y'all obviously know, or I shouldn't say obviously, you might not know, I am a huge supporter of, you know, mental health awareness, seeking external help, so going to therapy. But I think this is a great place to start. I think it's a great place to be reflective and kind of just look and see, you know, what might be some triggers and what can I do, you know, within my own home, within my day-to-day lifestyle that will help that. And again, it just keeps going back to that strong Black woman. Well, you know, strong Black women always show up, and it's just like, well, the strong Black woman is tired. Okay, she's tired, she needs a break, she needs a vacation. She will always be here for you, but she's got to take some space to take care of her. I know we all have heard, you know, that very popular saying, you know, you can't pour into other people, you can't pour into other cups when you are an empty cup yourself. And I know I completely messed up that phrase there, but y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? If you are an empty cup yourself, how you gonna be pouring into other people, okay? You gotta pour into yourself as much as you can before you can do that for others. Last year was definitely, like I said, eye-opening for me, where I realized I was pouring into others way more than I was pouring into myself. Even if I was pouring into myself, I was very much doing it in a half-assed manner, to be honest. So I think it's important for us as Black women to realize, yes, you know, we are the matriarchs of our families, our communities. It's kind of just the crown, you know, that we wear, that was bestowed on us naturally. And that's okay. I know a lot of us accept it and we love it and it is who we are. But I think it's important that, you know, as life continues to kind of throw a lot of things at us, all the different external stressors, any internal stressors, life, work, the economy, you turn on the news, there's always some sort of crap going on that's stressful. I want us as Black women to take a step back, be selfish, take that space and realize it is okay for the strong Black woman to take rest. It's okay for the strong Black woman to take a break and be like, hey, yo, I love you, I can't today. You know, learning to say no, as uncomfortable as it can be sometime. I will say I feel like I've started to finally get better at that. I was definitely someone who said yes all the time and tried to be there for everyone, but again, I learned you can't do that. You know, it's draining and it will definitely be detrimental to, you know, your health, whether that's physical, emotional, mental, spiritually, all of the above. Taking that space and saying no, and again, realizing that it's okay to rest. You know, we tell everybody to rest. You tell kids to rest. You know, you take rest from work. We go on vacations to take rest. Take rest, you know, take that space to understand that it is okay to prioritize yourself. It's okay to say no. And like I said, I'm specifically speaking as a Black woman to my Black women. Put the strong Black woman down, okay? Put the strong Black woman down for a little bit. Give her a rest, you know, give her a rest. Give her a rest in all aspects of your life, you know, whether again, that's work, whether it is platonic friendships, whether it is romantic relationships. It's okay for the strong Black woman to kind of take a back burner sometimes, take a breather, take a vacation, and just breathe and be that soft girl, that clean girl, the Black woman in luxury, whatever we want to call her. If you don't want to put a title on it, that's cool too. But give her some space, you know, give her some space, step back, definitely give her some opportunity and some time. And I think it will be helpful too for folks, you know, in your circle, in your life, in your world as well. It's so interesting to see the way people respond to your boundaries, you know. I think it's so interesting to see how people respect when you say, no, I need this space. And the ones who don't, this will make it very evident and clear to you that they do not need to be in your lives. You know, they don't need to be in your lives. They don't need to be in your circle, because the ones who care about you, the ones who love you, the people who want to see you flourish and strive for greatness and just be the best version of you will not only respect it, they will love to see the boundaries and kind of standards you set for yourself. And honestly, it'll probably create a snowball effect where they will go on and do the same thing in their lives as well. I've definitely, you know, started to notice that. You know, I've definitely stepped back from, you know, certain relationships, and I've seen, you know, some people step back as well, you know, where maybe they felt like I wasn't, you know, showing up for them in ways that maybe they wanted me, you know, to show up for them. And again, not to say, you know, from a negative place, but I've been working on, you know, giving, you know, Norah, strong Black woman, a break, giving her a break and giving her some space and some time to just refresh, regenerate, re-energize, and refocus. You know, I know obviously we're at the top of the year, almost at the end of January here when I am filming this video, but it's a new year, you know, and I really want to step into 2023 as intentional as possible. Not to be cliche, new year, new me, all that nonsense. No, there's very much still a lot of who Norah Justin is here. You know, she's still very much here. She's still very much present, and she's going to be, but I don't think there's anything wrong with evolving. And again, like I said, reflecting and seeing how you can continue to take better care of yourself. And again, this was definitely something that, you know, was on my heart. You know, as I've been reflecting, I wanted to share it with you all. I know this was probably a conversation that was all over the place, but it was something that I wanted to share because I hear it often, as much of a compliment as it is, you know, oh, strong black women, black women are so strong, they carry the weight of the world and everybody, and you know, we do, and I'm proud, you know, that God made me a black woman. I'm proud to be gang, you know, I'm proud to be down with the gang. I definitely love it. I love being a black woman, and I couldn't imagine obviously being anything else. But she needs a break too. She needs a break too, and it's a promise I'm making to myself. It's something I'm holding myself accountable for, and hopefully it's a promise that you will make to yourself as well. But that's all I've got for you guys today for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. As always, let's continue the conversation down below in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. You know, are you taking space? Are you kind of setting those boundaries? Are you letting the strong black woman in you take some rest? I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.